SAFC Fan TV, I'm Shaun Middleton, I'm in the town centre, and today I'll be getting the Sunderland supporters' reactions of the ongoings of Stewart, the coronavirus and the issues within the club. Would you please like, share and subscribe to our channel? That'd be very much appreciated. Thanks for your time. Alright, I'm with Will Watson, Sunderland fan. It's doom and gloom at the minute, like it's being a Sun supporter, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I think it's a bit of a worry with regards to the financial situation and Stewart Donald, really. I mean, I watch you on a Thursday with all the other guys, and I don't know. This just seems to be I think we're at a crossroads actually, and particularly with the fans not being allowed next season. I mean, a lot of my mates, I'm a season ticket holder. A lot of my mates have decided not renewed. I will do as soon as I will as soon as we go back in, yeah. But I think that's the worrying thing. I don't think it's just our club though. I think it's a lot of other clubs that are going to be.
I mean, I've had this discussion on the panel on a Thursday, which you played. Do you still believe that Stewart Donald saved our football club?
No. I think he bought it on the parachute payments. I think that's I mean, there's obviously been some, shall we say, financial skullduggery, but a little bit of financial manipulating, shall we say. We're either in debt or we're not in debt. There's 20 million, it's like me saying, oh, I've got a credit card debt, but I'm not going to count that. So we are in debt. The difference is what's the club worth and what's he trying to sell it for. He's trying to sell it for 38.
Yesterday we was in a meeting. With the Red and White Army supporters fan group, and he basically said 37.5 million, and he won't take any penny less. But I mean, for a guy who's only put 16 million in, can he justify selling it for that price?
And again, I would argue, has he put that money in because it sounds like the parachute payments have paid for the club? I don't know whether that's right.
I'm just going off an accountant, Chris Witherspoon, who's very, very clever. Like he's over the finance side of it. He actually said in the meeting yesterday, Stewart Dunn, he said, tell Chris Witherspoon to shut his mouth, because obviously he's proved him that he's a chancer and he's lied about finances. You know what I mean?
Well, it's funny. I mean, I've been going since my first game was 1969 with my dad, and I lived out the area for a while. But anyway, but from then, from him buying that club, he's bought the club. I just can't see how he's put that money in, how he can manipulate it. He hasn't got the financial clout to sustain a club like Sunderland. And the analogy I use is, he's somebody who was in charge of a corner shop and now he's got Sainsbury's. Yeah. He hasn't got the financial clout to sustain it in this division, never mind the next.
Do you believe obviously him and Charlie's come in and they've sustained it as a massive opportunity? Ellis Shaw cleared the debt, so they're debt free. I think we'll come in, we'll be nice to the supporters, we'll talk to them nice, and we'll get promoted in the first season, and it'll be bye, see you later.
I went to the Raw RAWA meeting, the very first one at the Stadium Light. Yeah. And he said the right things. He said what people wanted to hear. Yeah. But I honestly believe that he thought that we were going to get promoted straight away, and he was in it for the quick buck. He was in it for the quick money, and then that would be it. Then he'd be away. And I never ever thought, I never bought for one moment that he was going to be here for the long run, which is what he said. Yeah. We were just I don't like to say that people are chancers. But he saw an opportunity. He's a businessman. He fell foul of it. He hasn't got the financial clout now to keep us. He needs to sell us to the correct person. My question would be to him: would he sell it to himself, knowing the situation, the financial situation he was in?
That's my worry. I mean, last year he said that Mark Campbell would not be associated with the football club in any main way, shape or form. Yeah. And then it came out a couple of days ago that it could be reignited by Mark Campbell could take over the club, but that would bring baggage. I mean, as well. I mean,
the Sunderland historically, it's been mismanaged from the Margaret Byrne days. How are we still paying money for Alvarez and people like that? I know it's called it has been dealt with, but how those situations can arise when supposed businessmen are involved, I just don't know. And we're a hang-up. It's endemic in football now.
Just quickly, mate, going forward, Phil Parkinson, the manager next season, if he gets backed, can we get promoted?
I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes if he gets backed. I think he knows what he's doing. He's an experienced manager, and what we do need is stability. What we don't need is to ping around again with different managers who will come in and say the same thing. The fans are fantastic. We turn out in the numbers, which they do. So I would say back Phil Parkinson, keep him, but back him with some finances. Not a lot. You don't need a lot of money to get out of this team. Yeah, and do it that way and be smart.
Thanks for your time, mate. Okay, have a safe journey home. All right, SAFC Fan TV, I'm Shaun Middleton with Linda. Linda, yesterday Stewart was in a meeting with the supporters groups, and a lot was said, and I can't really mention it all, but he's selling the club for 37.5 million, and he also blamed the supporters for being toxic, and that's the reason why we haven't sold the club by now. What's your feelings on that?
I feel he just bought the club to make money out of it. He's not a true supporter. He's just in it to make money.
He's adamant that that's not the case. He says he's heart in it. Do you believe that?
No, I don't believe it at all. I think he's guilty of fraud in many ways because of the parachute loan thing. Yeah. So
he just brought it up as well. He actually paid for the club with the parachute payments. You know what I mean? So that's not his money. You know what I mean? And he's only put 16.5 million in. You know what I mean? And the debt was cleared by Ellis Short. So do you think Stewart Donald saved the club?
I have no idea. So I don't know that much about it. I'm a bit annoyed about what's happened to the club. The Sunderland supporters do not deserve this, really. So.
Absolutely shocking. I mean, it's embarrassing, really. It's actually embarrassing how, this when you think it couldn't get any worse for Sunderland Football Club, and it just keeps.
I think the fans should crowdfund and buy the club themselves. They're the best owners. No Americans, no foreign owners that don't give two hoots about the club or the town.
That was actually suggested. Stuart Dunn said he'd be willing to do that. If 37,000 fans paid £1,000 each, we could buy the club, and he said he would do it, spread the payments over a period of time, like he did with Ellis Short. You know what I mean? So there's always a chance, but I don't think it'll happen.
Well, you don't know. They're very ardent Sunderland fans, you know. So it couldn't have come at the worst time with the pandemic, of course. People don't have much money to spare. But
what's your feelings on the season ticket sales? There was 24,000 last season. This season has only been 10,000. I know the coronavirus hasn't helped, but I think Stewart Donald.
The level of football they're playing now, I mean, of course they're not going to sell so many tickets, are they?
Is there any way that man can change the Sunderland's opinions of him and turn it around?
Absolutely not.
No going back.
No, the guy's in it for the money, and that's all he was ever in it for.
He's been found out.
Yes, he has.
Phil Parkinson next season, can he deliver a squad to get in that top two?
I don't know. I have no idea. Where's the funding going to come from for new players? So
there's plenty of free players out there. I mean, free transfers where you wouldn't have to pay any money, but I mean, as he's hearting it now, I mean, I don't think it is.
No. So, well, that's my opinion. So.
Thanks for your time. All right, have a safe journey on. All right, I'm in the town centre with Barry. Barry, obviously, Sunderland Football Club. Yesterday had a meeting with the supporter liaisons and Stewart Donald. And we're coming out with it wasn't very good, to be fair. He had to go to the supporters. He's telling people to shut up. And he's basically selling the club for 37.5 million. And they were a third tier club. Yeah. What's your feelings on that?
Well, to be honest, they're going down. They're not doing very well, are they? But 9 full-time players. What's happening there? The 9 full-time players. Where's the rest of them gone? Where are they? Stewart Donald bought Will Grigg. The manager didn't want them for that much money. You know, how does it work out? It's not good enough, is it? It's not good enough. All I can say really is, I've been a Sunderland supporter for quite a long time, and I think they're taking the water.
I mean, what do you think of 20 million? What he apparently put in his Madrox company, the owning company of the club, and he says that's going to get paid back. He doesn't really have to pay that back. No. So that's theft.
Well, once he's gone, he'll not pay it back, will he? Really? Everybody knows that. Once it's gone, he'll not pay it back. They need to sort it out. It needs to be sorted out before we're stopping this league another season and another season. You know, my brother and my cousins go to the match every single week, you know, and they're just taking the water. That's what it is.
I mean, I've had a lot of the end said like I think everybody's unanimous in saying that he's got to sell the club. If he can do one thing good about it, is sell it to the right people as well, not just to get the money in.
Who's he going to sell to? Who wants to buy it in its current state? Who wants to buy it?
I know it's a current state, but obviously we're debt free, and now we're not in the wrong division. But if we get owners in who've got a plan, and the fans will come back. I mean, there's only 10,000 renewed, but if people can see the owners who care for the club and they're going to put money in, there's a plan there. I think we've got a great stadium, great fan base, everything's there really.
Oh, they is, but everybody's sick year in, year out. You go over there, it's not entertainment. What you pay for entertainment. It doesn't entertain you. The players, we have got a couple of good players, but the other ones who were getting in, like the Greg, the other centre forward, what's his name? Anyway, I don't even know half the names. Charlie White, we'll get rid of that other lad, Lens or wherever he went to, Bordeaux, but they didn't need to get rid of these people. So I don't know, it just doesn't seem to be working out properly. The managers over the last 6 seasons, the managers, Grayson, nobody wants him. We didn't want Grayson. Coleman was all right. The Canio was probably the best one we had. But the Canio had too much to say, and the players didn't like it. That's when we went down. That's when it went wrong.
Do you think obviously Phil Parkinson, and hopefully if Donald stays and he backs him, do you think Phil Parkinson can get us promoted next year?
Well, has Donald got any money? He hasn't got any money. So Parkinson's in the right place because he'll do it with no money. He'll do something with no money, but we'll stop there. If we get the backers, if somebody comes in, we'll be all right. But if they don't, I can see us just stopping that division for seasons and seasons.
It's a horrible state of affairs.
It's terrible. It's crap, to be honest. It is crap. It's terrible for us. We have got the best supporters in the country, and I don't care what anybody says. Them up the road, Mickey Mouse supporters. We've got the best. Huddersfield supporters. Waste of time. We've got the best supporters in the. Yourself. We've got the best supporters. No, we have, man. We have. But no, we need to just get sorted out. Truthfully, we need it.
New owners and new manager, do you think, next season?
We need new managers. We need new owners. If we can get a good few million in, well, like the Middlesbrough, rubbish. They get about 10,000 every week. 10,000. We're getting 20,000 when we're rubbish every week. Get back to 47,000, and it's happy days, isn't it?
I think that's a long time. We're a
few seasons away. But if we do it right, which they need to,
Do you think suddenly said lower his price? I mean, 37 million. He's only put 16 million in apparently, and I mean he used the poacher payments to pay for the club as well. You know what I mean? So we don't know exactly how much he paid for the club.
Well, what you've got to look at, was he just in for a quick buck? He wasn't, he said. He says he wasn't. He was. And well, he had to be. He had to be. He was in for a quick buck. It doesn't really matter. A blind man on the galloping horse knew what he was doing. £1 million. Well, please. But to be honest, I don't know what's going to happen. If he's still here, I didn't think we've got much of a chance. If he's still here, we haven't got a chance.
Until you die?
All the time. Forever. Until I die. Yeah, 100%.
Thank you, time, yeah. All right, I'm with Lynn. Lynn, obviously it's not a great time to be a Sunderland fan at the minute. I don't know if you heard the news yesterday. Stewart Donald was in a meeting with the supporters group Red White Army. What's your feelings on Stewart Donald now?
Don't know, I can say it. I'm very, 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 very disappointed in him. Like, I really honestly thought he was going to do things for us and he was going to bring us round, and even his mate Charlie, I thought everything was going to be roses and green pastures ahead and everything we wanted, but it's just flat in the face again. So no, I'm not happy. I did love him to bits. I mean, on the thing I was on, I was crying, and he says to me, "Oh, you're the lady that was on Sunderland Till I Die." I said, "Yeah." He said, "Next time I see you," he said, "I want you to be smiling." And I went, "Well, it's only you that can make me smile." Brilliant. So, no, not happy. Not happy at all. I'm terrified. I'm actually frightened. I haven't even got my season ticket this year. I'm frightened. I don't know what's going to happen.
It's very worrying. I mean, I don't know if you're on Twitter, but Chris Weatherspoon, he's an accountant, and he said that as well. I mean, Stewart Donald's only put 16.5 million into the club. Now he wants 37.5 back, right?
What planet he on, like? I mean, he owes us 20. Then he's got to pay at least 9 million back to them Americans. So, aye. So, I mean, what the hell is this all? I just don't understand any of it. It's just, oh, I don't know. It's so annoying for us all. I mean, we're loyal fans and all we want is the best for us. You know, I mean, everybody's laughing at us now, even a lot of my partner's family, because he's from Northern Ireland. But there are a lot of them are Leeds fans. So I'm hoping they stay down. You know, we're getting like sort of different messages and that. And they're going, oh, he supports Sunderland and that. You know, I'm going, yeah, because I'm Sunderland born and bred, you know what I mean? But no, it's terrible. I'm frightened. I am frightened.
I mean, he come out yesterday and he actually says, this is the words he said was, it's actually on Twitter, and the Red and White Army, they put a thing on Twitter, so you better say exactly what was said, but I'm just trying to narrow it down. He basically said that the supporters are to blame for us for him not selling the club. That was his words. It's the supporters' fault. The supporters who's been there through thick and thin. It's our fault that the clubs are being sold on.
Yeah, so why not? You know, give us a limp. He needs to look in the mirror, and he needs to phone his mate up, Charlie, and say, hey, yeah, it was our fault. Not the supporters' fault. I went 11 days, I changed them seats. 11 days in a row, I changed them seats for them. I'd do anything for that club. And I honestly thought he was going to be the saviour.
Bringing up Charlie Mifflin as well, I didn't really like to speak about the bloke, but I mean, he says we're hounded out the last 5 managers as well.
It's always our fault.
The last 5 owners, sorry.
Yeah, well, of course we have, yeah. Every owner we get, we're hound out, why not?
I think he doesn't even know the last 5 owners, tell you the truth, but
Who the last 5 were. I think he only knows the last show. You know, so I don't know. I am honestly turn around and say to you now, I'm 62-year-old now, and I'm saying I'm frightened. I'm frightened of what's going to happen.
I'll try and take it away from Stewart Donnelly. Obviously, Phil Parkinson, he's going to be the manager next season. Do you think he's the right man? Do you think if he gets the players in him, it wouldn't get promoted next year?
Well, if he gets the players, if he needs to buy some players, doesn't he? I mean, you know, getting rid of the ones he got rid of was a little bit silly as far as I was concerned. But I look at it this way. Take what you've got. He's still our manager. See what happens. If he does it next season, we've got to wait another season. I mean, it's not, you know, we've been through thick and thin. We've never been third division this long, like. But thick and thin, you've got to keep them. Who the hell are you going to get? You know, and I don't believe in this sort of Mickey Gray, like Phillips and all that. You know, no. We need some clarity. We need some stability. We need people to stop and really build. I mean, this team can't build. The manager can't do now if he hasn't got a decent team. You know, and getting a decent team, yes, fine. But the team's got to stick together. Yeah, we will boo them if they're crap. Every football team does, and I don't care who it is. Every footballer team will hound a bad player. It's not that we hound them out, we're encouraging them to play better. In the end of the day, I've never booed anybody, I'll be honest with you, but I felt like it's amazing for us.
Will Stewart Donald, will his heart still be in it? Well, he knows the fans hate him now. Will his heart be in it? You know what I mean? That's a worrying thing as well. I mean,
don't think it will. I don't think his heart will be in it at all now. I think that he'll be just looking for a quick move. He'll be looking to sort of bugger off and disappear and put an invisible mask over himself and just say.
That's the problem I was going to say as well. I mean, is he going to sell it to the right person? If he can do one good thing for this football club, he can sell it to the right people. But I don't think I'm not sure if he's not even going to do that. Mark Campbell's been linked.
Like Mark Campbell, don't mention him. I mean, at the end of the day, does he know who the right person is? Has he got a clue? He hasn't really got a clue about football, I'll be honest with you now. Look what he did with Eastleigh. We've learned a lot from some Eastleigh fans about what he did down there. So, you know, he never actually did anything special for them, but no. I think, you know, and he'll hate me if he says this, because he knows I'm his mate, Stewart Donald, but he needs to go, and if he can get the right owners in and sell fair play, But does he know who the right people is? Does he know like what the club needs?
Did you hear about the apparent Saudi consortium? He apparently turned that down to stick with Mark Campbell because Mark Campbell was going to leave him a certain percentage in the club.
Dickhead as well, isn't he? I mean, Christ almighty, you know, Saudis, they could have done everything for us. Brought money in, had faith in us, let it go, and he leaves that for Mark Campbell. No, I'm sorry. The word, a bit like my postcode, the word DH, the word dickhead comes into my mind a lot of times. Honestly, when I think of them, I just shake my head. And I think to myself, well, they should give their heads a wobble because they're not getting anything done. He needs to sell us, and he needs to sell us to somebody that knows all about football. Get a bloody Germans, some Germans, because I mean, I lived in Germany like for a few years, and Christ almighty, you get a few Germans in there, they'd know exactly what to do. They know how to turn a club around. But everybody's getting at the moment or thinking of them. Bloody clue. They don't know what time it is. The best time it's here. So,
Yeah. It's been a great interview. I can see that you're hurting. Obviously, you're a massive Sunderland member. I remember you saying you on the Sunderland side. Actually, just as we started.
Newcastle. I packed in smoking about 2 weeks after that. And I look at it now and going, that looks disgusting.
I want to put you on the spot. Do you think, with all the things that's going on, do you think we can get promoted next season, finish on top?
No.
Thank you for your time.
Okay.
Cheers.